welcome everybody. This t-shirt seems to be causing some wonderful reactions. So this t-shirt is from Bangkok. Okay, so this is basically Thailand and their religious belief. Over here it seems to be the same, so it must have I don't know who it is, Shiva or whoever it is, but anyway, they seem to love their gods. They have over 3,000 gods. I wonder how they actually remember all the gods. So many gods, 3,000 gods. It's amazing how a piece of paper, sorry I've got something in my eye, I've had something in my eye all morning. I might have to go to the what's it called, this is when you should be going somewhere to, I'm going to rinse it, try and rinse it again. I've rinsed it 3 or 4 times. I don't know whether it's a scratch or whether there's a piece of something stuck in my eyelid inside, so I might go to the medical centre and just let them have a look. But other than that, everything's fine. It's probably because riding the motorbike, there's so much dust and particles hitting your eye. Even with a visor it comes up, so yeah, it's a little bit stingy at the moment, but I'm in paradise. I have my coconut, beautiful coconut. How are you all doing? 9 beautiful souls, and we have 190,000 subscribers. Now tell me I'm not shadow banned. I mean, that is real heavy shadow banning. Do you remember when we used to do the beautiful pure energy healing sessions online? Do you remember those days? I remember when we were up to 1,200, and then as soon as I started 1,200 in a live, and then it went down and down as soon as I started talking about my belief of what was inside the shots that they were going to stick in everybody, and it went down and down. Then we went to around 600, and then 400, 300, and now it settles on round about, even if I publicise it all over, everywhere, I'm lucky to get 100 people on. That's how brutal these apps are when it comes to love and kindness and sharing truth. And we're still here because there isn't an alternative, and even if you go to the alternative, nobody goes, which is really strange. People talk about an alternative, they want an alternative, but then they never go. They stay where it's comfortable and easy. So yeah, it's just the way it is. I don't mind. It's just kind of blows my mind to think I've got so many subscribers and I've got 11 people watching. Tell me how many other people have it that bad, I wonder. But it's a beautiful day here in paradise. I've come for morning breakfast, had it, did some uploads because it's October month, and on Bajerski.com it's absolutely fantastic at the moment. Fantastic. So many offers. 10 every day. There's a £10 crystal which is worth anywhere between 80 and 150. And that's free delivery worldwide, so that's a lovely little gift. That's 31 gifts through the month. What else? So many different, we're listening to you as well. You're coming back with ideas of, you know, things that you would like off the website, and can you put that together and make it a special offer? So we're listening to you, doing that as well. I think that's pretty kind. Anything else? The whole set of oils, put them down at less than cost. Don't know if they're still on there. There were only a few sets, but I might put them back up again. A few more sets for you. Anything else on the website? No, just working hard. Working hard. We're all working hard. October month. We're trying our best to help as many people as we can. I've said this and I'll keep saying it. If you are somebody that loves my work, loves my crystals and oils, and you know, you just really are a mum or dad that's struggling because you just don't have the funds, send info@markbajerski.com a message and just be truthful. Just say, you know, I just don't have the funds. I'd love a crystal, or I'd love some oils, anything that you know you could think about. And the girls will contact me, and then I'll close my eyes and think of something, a crystal or some incense or oils, whatever, or all, and then we'll send them free of charge. So we do our best to give back. We have some amazing, that one thing about Bajerski.com, over 20 years, we've got, I would say I've got one of the most beautiful, loyal based clients. So when I look at my, I've never actually looked at it before, and I said to Phil, who looks after our website, I said, can you show me a monthly, how many people come online monthly? And this was, I asked him a while ago, and how many return clients are there in that month? And we never go lower than 70%, and we've been up high 80s, 83, 84. And I've spoken to market people, I've spoken to people who help people in business, and I've said to them, what's normally the ratio of clients coming back? And they say, no, depends. Some of the best companies might have 30%, 20%. And I said, have you ever heard of anybody getting up to 80, 85% returning clients in a month, in a year? And he laughed. He said, no. And I showed him, he's called Kevin. And I went on to the backboard and kindly clicked onto this app, what's on there, and it shows you how many returning clients. And he says, I've never, ever, in the 40 years I've ever worked, ever seen that before. And he says, you should push that, you should tell people that. And it's like, yeah, I don't really need to tell people, do I really? But it is nice to mention it. What does that tell you? What does it tell you? How many, where do I advertise? Have you ever seen my adverts anywhere? No, only on my own sites, nowhere else. So what does that tell you? It tells you that what you buy on markbajerski.com is what you like to use, and you come back and you use it again, or you'll buy another crystal or oils, incense or whatever. You'll keep returning. You're a returning client. That tells you something about the product. It tells you everything. And when you've got somebody who's, like, again, very rare, there's only maybe 1-2% in the world. Most are big corporations or people just trying to sell something just to sell it for the sake of selling it, and then they tell you how wonderful it is, and then a week later they're either gone bust or they're telling you about something else, and then that thing doesn't mean anything. In 20 years, all I've ever shared with you is a handful of products, and those products are what I achieved by all my failures. So it took from being 38 years old, walking a spiritual path, to start using incense, oils, everything, trying to find the right things to use for healing my clients and myself, to the point where I only have a handful of products, just a handful, and I've always used them in the 20 years thereafter. So like it's never changed. The only thing I've ever done is add to that when I felt something was needed that wasn't needed 10 years ago. So I created like a new oil, and through the experience of all the oils that I've made over those 20 years, it really has worked out well. I don't just make an oil because I want a new product and I want to, this is how business works predominantly. You bring a new product out because you keep the clients occupied and interested. Well, I don't do that. I've never done that. My products are what I've always used, and this is what I recommend, and I've recommended them for 2 decades, and nothing's changed. So there's the difference between corporate and people who just open a business just to try and be successful. I think there lies the difference between a successful spiritual products, cleansing, protection, crystals, incense and oils. I think that's it really. And I think, if you really believe in your product, then it'll sell, and it'll always sell, and it'll sell forever. And there are, like, for me, like I said, I've just got a handful of products, and yet I've sold them for 20 years, and they sell as well today as they did 20 years ago. So what does that tell you? I don't have to update, I don't have to create new things. And the feeling that I had 2 decades ago about my oils and my incense and how I work with crystals and then sell them, nothing's changed. Nothing's really changed at all. So yeah, really, really proud of our family business. Really proud of everything that we have. I mean, I've got 3, I think, the most beautiful dream catchers with crystals that I work on, and then they go and they get put into the dream catchers, and I'm proud of them. I'm proud of whatever I've done, because I think if you put your heart and soul into something, people feel it. People know bullshit, people know scams, people know hype. I put a post out the other day, the more somebody advertises something, the more shitty the product is. And the guys like that, like, absolutely 100% true. So yeah, I mean, my number 1 seller on Bajerski.com has always been the cleansing negative energy sticks. Always. I've sold thousands and thousands and thousands. I have kept the beautiful village in food, because they keep me supplied with the exact stick that I had created, and they are, I would say, simply one of the best sticks in the world. I would venture a bet that out of all the sticks that cleanse negative energy from your body, I would say, if somebody said to me, if you were to bet 10,000, right, if there was 10,000 on that table and you were to bet, where would you think your sticks would be on a scale of 1 to 100? 1 being at the bottom and 100 being at the highest. I would say we would be at the top 20, because I don't know anybody else's sticks. I've used thousands of sticks and nothing has ever compared. I've never held a cleansing stick like mine. I've never held one and said, wow, never. And I'm in every shop in Bali. I'm always here looking for, if there's anything I ever missed in life that is better than Palo Santo and myrrh and the dust of Moldavite that's inside it, the resin, which is a special resin which I use, which is the resin of frankincense. So my sticks are freaking amazing, and other things that I don't mention, because I like to keep certain things to myself, not tell you everything, because it's not that important and people try and steal. So yeah, they're brilliant. They're absolutely brilliant. That's number 1 seller. Blend of the Healer, which was a mixture of the oils of golden relief. I used maybe 4 or 5 different ones because I liked golden relief. I liked the blend of the Healer of ancient wisdom. I love that, but I wanted to update it with things that I felt as an alchemist that I wanted to try something else. I just felt that gold was absolutely bang on, but I wanted to add silver. I was always itching to put silver in it. That's really worked. I wanted to try a certain tree, the sap of a certain tree, which just for a tiny bottle like that, you're paying $7 for. But I was interested in the energy, so I put 3 drops of that in, of every bowl I use. I add Japanese mint, which is really beautiful. Another 2 other mints as well. I use a very, very beautiful, high concentrated, very special oil that it's phenomenal. And again, I keep that to myself because I think this blend is phenomenal. So that's caught up. So that's number 1 seller at the moment, but it always goes from the sticks to Blend of the Healer. Then the healing oil, my original healing oil, is absolutely incredible. That's always roundabout number 2. Always roundabout number 2. And then the awakening sticks, which is primarily for you to attune, to meditate, to do the psychic work, to cleanse and clear and open the mind. Then the awakening oil has really caught up as well. People are loving the awakening oil. That's a fairly new oil. That's like a year or 2 old, but that is really beautiful. And the mixture is fantastic. There's certain things that I don't tell you about, but predominantly it's pine. And why did I use pine? Because I channeled that and I saw the Buddha's head. The Buddha's head, that's a pine cone. Maybe we should be looking at pine. So I got the best pine oil I could. I went through 5 or 6 different pine oils. They were all lovely, but I just wanted one specific strong pine oil. So I get it from a specific place in the world. And that's phenomenal. People, great feedback. Great feedback. If you go onto the Blend of the Healer, I think yesterday there was another incredible testimonial. The testimonials are just coming in and they're absolutely gorgeous. So people are benefiting from the work that I've done, that I've put into tools, products. Every single crystal that I work with, I mean, this past 2 weeks, I'm working on a bunch of Moldavites here. Why I switch this off and go meditate, I've got a bunch of Moldavites here. I took them to Katut Pasta, and now they're going to be mounted. I'm now working on a beautiful, anyway, loads of collections that I work on daily, and I've never changed that that work from the day from the first day a lady asked me to put good energy into a crystal when I first started this work. From that first day, I have never changed the way I work with an individual crystal. I work on it as if I am working on it for you. So what I do is, sometimes I'll have a group of 10 crystals. I'll split them into 2. I might take just 1, hold that one, and then listen to what I need to hear. The channeling comes through, I hear what I hear, and then I focus what I hear into a certain situation that benefits the very thing that I need to put energy into. It's not complicated, but okay. Best way to see it. So I'm going to go through this Moldavite here that I just finished working on. So I took one piece of Moldavite, and I don't know what I'm going to do with that Moldavite. I don't know what energy is going to go into it. So what I do is, first of all, I just sit quietly. In that stillness, I will receive a message that my last message was of a beautiful lady, but she was struggling to walk. Really, really difficult. she wasn't walking correctly. Then what I did was I tried to attune to what is the cause of the issue of walking. And then I get to see hands on the back. So hands on the back, but it wasn't, it was sides. So I'm like, okay, so she's got an issue with her kidneys. The kidneys are causing great pain and suffering, which is causing the pain of her legs. So whoever this is going to go to, they already know this is how I've always worked. So I'll close my eyes, and now I am bringing in the energy of seeing this person walking beautifully, walking like she's a young girl. I see her skipping, I see her jumping, I see her dancing, and I see the healing process at the end. So it's like a thank you that she's healed, she's well. What is being distributed, what's coming through, what is being channeled, what is being given into the crystal is the end result of the healing. Whatever's in that crystal now is going to help heal the back. So I'll sit with that for maybe an hour or two or half an hour, and then put it down, and then go on to the next one. And sometimes I'll have 5 in my hand, and that 5 will give me some kind of idea of, okay, this person is crying. She's crying and she's not stopped crying. So I've got 5 crystals in my hand. I'm seeing somebody crying. This crying comes from, and it looks like the hand is on the heart. Okay, so there's some suffering of the heart. It feels like it could be grief. It could be somebody's fallen out with them. Somebody's betrayed them. And I'm feeling the tears. So I need to now bring back joy. So I need to strengthen the heart. So I'm now working on the heart, strengthening it. I'm also seeing the smile in the face, the happiness and the joy. So that's kind of like, I know it's a little bit crude and it sounds a little bit like, is that it? It goes a little bit deeper than that. And I only know when the crystal is ready when I feel it's ready. So I'll work with the crystal till I feel it's ready. So there's been times that people say, I want my crystal now, and I'll say, well, you can have it now, but it's not ready. People used to come to my healing studio and say, it's been 6 weeks. And I said, it's not ready. Sorry, it's not ready. I don't feel it's ready. You've had it 6 weeks. I know it's not ready though. So there was people who used to get a bit upset, and then when it's ready, they get it, and then that sadness disappears and they're filled with joy. Sometimes I can work with a crystal for an hour and that will be enough. Sometimes it would be 10, 20, 30. I've worked with crystals up to 300 hours. I have crystals on my website that I've worked with for 300 hours. So anywhere between like an hour and 300 hours. Nobody does that. And even those that say they do or say that they want to do, I'm sorry, I get angry at this, but I find out they're full of shit. And they came to work for me. Like, you aren't working on them crystals, you're a liar. And the reason why is because they don't understand it. They think they do, they want to understand. They don't understand it. Hardly anybody understands this work, and that's why it's mocked, ridiculed, laughed at. I don't give a shit what people think. All I know is that I have 90, 80%, 70% returning clients for my crystals. I think the best we ever got up to was nearly 90, or it might have been 91 at one point. So that tells you everything. That tells you everything. If I'm always getting brand new clients all the time, and I'm having to advertise for brand new clients all the time, and I'm having to put thousands and thousands into advertising, that's going to tell you something. That's going to tell you that the product isn't that good, and that you're just trying to grab a new client who believes it, buys it, and it doesn't work, and then they've gone. So when people ask me, how did you become successful? Success isn't about the money, because success is bullshit. I tell you what, being happy, being at peace in yourself, just being at peace, enjoying your life in whatever way you do. So I'm in a little tiny room most days, and I'm working on crystals most days. This is a blessing at the moment. I'm in Bali for a month. It's a massive blessing. But normally I'm in a little room in a mountaintop working on my crystals, and I love it. Absolutely love it. Absolutely love it. I've loved it for 20 years. You ask anybody else, would you really want to sit in a room all day long working with crystals? Really? Do you really mean that though? Do you really mean it? Honestly. Because I don't think you do. It takes, a special kind of stupid like me to do it, but I just love it. It's a special kind of stupid. Why do you? I had no idea, but I love it. What I love most of all is knowing that I'm working on a crystal that somebody's going to pick up and it's going to help them. It's a pure energy healing crystal, and it's going to help them in that moment. They're going to open the box and they're going to feel that energy, and it's going to help them. That I don't do clients anymore, but when I did, when Jennifer came, or John, or Peter, or Stephen, or Maria, and said, please work with this crystal, the joy it would give me to give them that crystal in 5 weeks, 6 weeks, a month, 3 months, the joy. Once I sent them a message saying your crystal's ready, the joy. And I did that for free of charge. I never charged a penny. I used to say, well, I'm getting paid for healing my clients. I'm only using these crystals as a bonus to help that client feel better. And whatever goes into that crystal in the healing session is going to retain as a memory. So I'm working with my client and my crystals, and I've got them in my hand, working them in my hand. And it's not really costing me anything to do that. So at that time, I used to just gift them the crystal and say, no, it's just, for me, it's just energy, and it is. But then when everybody's wanting and they want you to work on the crystal, that's when everything changed. And that's what I do. So that's my work. My work, you go to work 9 to 5, whatever it is, and you fix things, you make things, you do this. Same with my work. My work is to get up in the morning and work on individual crystals so that they go, once they're worked upon, that's my work done, and then they get put for sale on Bajerski.com. It's really that simple. My oils, every one of my oils, apart from Blend of the Healer, but I actually do the same thing with, I have 20 individual oils for Blend of the Healer. So I put them in a corner and I put energy into them every day. All my 10 jars of oils, which are big jars, which are filled normally halfway or to the top, I put my hands on them when I am in the academy every day. Every day that I am there, my hands go onto them jars with pure energy healing to keep the energy high. They never run out. I just add to them all the time. So you've got 20 years in most of them of energy healing work. That energy is always there. That memory is always there. There's crystals in all of my oils, so there's always that energy working. And I'm on top of a mountain, and the energy is still fantastic, still great. It's not as good as it once was, but it's still good. So yeah, today it's been more of a chat about my work, really. I love my work. When I'm feeling really, really well and really strong, I'll do an online pure energy healing live. When I'm feeling, okay, I'm feeling like not too bad, I'll do a video. When I'm feeling quite strong, I'll maybe turn some cards over and share stuff. I cleanse myself every day. Cleanse myself this morning, cleanse myself last night. I use my oils every day. They always keep me strong, always keep my mind healthy. And if there is a moment where I feel that there's a little bit of something going on, I always revert back to all my tools from my website, or everything on there, my family website, everything. I always use them. I don't use anybody else's product. I used to use Golden Relief. That was the only product I used to use. Now I have blended the healer, and I think it's equally as good. I really do. So, and I think it's different, slightly different. Other than that, I use every single oil for whatever occasion I need it for. If I'm healing, if I'm doing my spiritual work, if I'm writing, I use my oils, my incense, I prepare myself, I cleanse myself. If I'm ever out, I will choose a certain crystal through the month, whichever crystal I feel I need that day. As of late, I've been using Bajerski here. I haven't taken it off actually. And Moldavite. It's been lovely. In fact, I listened to some of you guys, and you said that you would love a combination crystal with Bajerski and blend of and Moldavite. So I'm on with that now. So I'm gonna hopefully have 100 made and put together beautifully in Bali in the next couple of months, 2 or 3 months. So I'm always trying to do things that will help people and make them feel better. If I was to show you on a weekly basis the orders which come with a little message, normally comes with a little message. If I was to show you the messages after somebody's placed an order and they want to say something, you'd realize how special, rare and unique Mark Bajerski family business is with our products. You would know. If you sat in the office with the girls, they would say, yeah, this is normal. And they read, and you can ask them yourself, send them a message. They cry most weeks at the messages that have come in of the healing, of what they've been through, and how they feel after receiving the oils, incense and crystals, how it changed lives, how things just miraculously happened, healing process like happened. This is a normal weekly occurrence. You go to any other business that sells so-called healing products and just you'll see nothing. So for me, what I'm trying to say above everything today is that the most important thing I believe is energy. There's nothing else that matters. Everything that I do with good intention and the most positive energy constantly for 2 decades. Nothing's changed. Mark Bajerski is still the same. I haven't changed. You'll see me, I might be a bit more pissed off because I see what's happening in the world and hardly anybody's doing anything. Yes, that's right. I've lost tons of people because of my opinions. But when you get me in that seat and I start to do my healing work or my psychic work, that's who I am. I change. None of that, my thoughts of what's going on in it, that disappears. When I start doing my work with my crystals, that has never changed in 20 years. When I work with my oils in the morning, that never changes. I never bring negative thoughts or energy to my working day with crystals, incense and oils. Never, ever. And if anybody knows me on here, they will verify that, because I would never heal anybody if I was having a bad day, which means that if I'm having a bad day, I do not touch my products. I do not touch my crystals, other than the crystals that help heal me in that moment. I need my crystals to help heal me, but not the crystals that are going to you. I am very precise. That's one thing that I am stubborn on. I will not heal anybody. I will not send energy healing to anybody unless I am fit and well. And that is my truth. Whatever that means these days, what is truth? It's my experience. And like I said, you can ask any of the girls, just ask them what kind of returning clients come back. Just ask them, they'll tell you. We know all the clients, they're always returning because they love what they receive. They can feel it. Ask the girls, you don't come into the office if you're not feeling good. Stay away. Come when you feel good. They love coming into work. They love their job. How many people can say that? You love your job. Why? Because the healing that we all do, the girls understand the power of healing, the power of energy. They understand that when they pick out the crystal from the drawer, they too not only look at it and they might even give it a little bit of a polish, a little bit of a clean, so it's beautiful, and then they choose the chains and then they put it in the box, all done with love. It isn't about, we need to get this off, it's like, no, it's done with love. Everything is done with love. Cecilia comes, uses the singing bowls in the office. The office is cleansed every morning. The energy is beautiful. The energy is perfect. This is why there is no tainting of the product. There is no negativity in the product. It's all beautiful. And that is the secret to my products. And that's why I'm hated by so many people, because they just don't understand the process. And the process is simple. Keep that high vibe, 100% intention of healing, and that's all that matters. And that's what it's always been. Nothing's changed. It's 20 years. Nothing's changed. Ask the girls in 20 years. Same. Nothing's changed. We don't need to change it because the formula works. And now you're inside Mark Bajerski's mind, heart. You're inside his thoughts. You're inside his business, his website. You're in there. And it's not about perfection. It's not about beauty. I have had crystals that look the most ugliest crystal in the world, but I know that crystal's going to work for somebody, and it's important. And I've had people and friends saying, why are you buying them? There's something about these that are necessary. And I don't know what it is, but I trust the process. So it's never about elegance, it's about energy. And when people say to me, I don't like it, it's like, you don't understand my work then. You don't understand what a Mark Bajerski crystal is. Some of the most ugliest crystals are the most powerful crystals. It's not the beauty. It's not how wonderful they look. It's what they do. And when people go, oh my God, this is the crystal I want, and it just looks like nothing. It's like ugly. It's like this person knows exactly what's important. They feel the energy. So yeah, it's incredible how it's worked. And success to me in a business is how much peace you've got in your life, not how rich you are, because that's bullshit. It means nothing. It means nothing. It's how much peace you've got. It's how much peace your staff got in their life. That's basically it. The silence, the joy of just stillness and emptiness in that moment. That's success. That is the success of life. Peace. So I'm wishing you all a lovely day, 44 beautiful souls. Take care of yourself. Have a lovely day. And yeah, like I said, we're doing our utmost best to give you so much value as well for your money, because we know how difficult times are. So October is my birthday month. It's a celebration. And yeah, just keep looking on there. There's there's a crystal at £10 that is valued between 80 and 150 every day. There's also one amazing kit that would be 200, it is now 120, or 300, like 130 is 40. So you really the kits are are basically cost after wrapping, packing, shipping. It's basically cost and sometimes less. So take advantage of it because it's a beautiful month and I want to celebrate with you my beautiful birthday month. I'll be 58 in the next few days. My birthday's on 20th. So yeah, the birthday. I don't feel 58. I feel like I'm 38, 40, 42. I don't feel it at all, and I'm glad I don't. I don't feel it at all. I feel like I've got something in my eye, but other than that, everything's great. I feel wonderful. Got a little bit of sunburn on my nose and here, but that's nearly gone. It's been beautiful here in Bali. It's been absolutely gorgeous, and what a beautiful view. Look at the beauty of Bali. We're on top here we're right in the middle of Ubud, and like just down below there you can see monkeys, wild monkeys, genuinely wild monkeys down there. They come once a week sometimes, more, to drink from the river. Yeah, it's just gorgeous. I say to the staff, you're so blessed to work here. It's just such a great energy. And I'm blessed to come and have my breakfast here in the morning. So other than that, I'm wishing you all a lovely day. I don't want to talk too negative about anything. You all know what's going on in the world. You just got to do your best, and that's all we're trying to do. And what will happen in these next coming months and years, it will be what it will be. Just do your best, shine bright, and keep working on yourself. Keep going into Mother Nature, keep going by the sea, keep cleansing, keep clearing. Using crystals really does make a difference. All of these things are important towards inner peace, and that's basically what we're going to strive for. Again, like I said, being rich doesn't fix anything. You're still the same person. Trust me, it means nothing. I've had plenty of money in the past 5 years. It means nothing. I think the nice thing about it is you can give it away more. You can do more good, which is really nice. But personally, everything that you strive for, guys, and it comes to you. You know, a lot of the times I've said it's the dream which is more important than the reality. I remember I dreamt having a mobile home that me, my mum and dad and brothers and sister went in, and as kids we used to go to Poland in it, and I used to dream about owning a mobile home one day, and you know how expensive they are. Anyway, one day after, when COVID came in, my business started to do really well because people were really wanting to heal, and they started buying crystals, incense and oils. And one day my accountant said, you can afford to buy this mobile home. It was like 37,000 euros, and it should have been a lot more, but it was COVID, and the company was selling all the mobile homes, so it was second hand. So I ended up paying 34,000 for it. I got it at a better deal. Paid 34 for it. Paid it in stages, 3 stages. And I got this mobile home and I started driving it, and the feeling was so exhilarating. It was such a beautiful feeling. And then after a short while, I started realizing that the reality of having it wasn't the same as the reality of wanting one. And if, like I'd say now, because I've had one now, and I sold it. I actually made money on it. I sold it for like 49,000 because they were more valuable at that afterwards. Weird, something to do with COVID. And anyway, so I ended up selling it and making money on it, which was great. But I don't wish for one now, and I don't think about it now. And reality is like, it's just a strange reality. I saw something on a podcast, or somebody sent me something, and it was so true, and it's relevant that, you know, the person that you moan and piss about and bitch or you know, you can't stand, was once the person that you really wanted, that you dreamed that you wanted that person. And now look at you. Now look at you, how you feel about that person. Or the same with the mobile home. Like, when I got the mobile home, I'm like, wow, it's so expensive going through tolls in France. It's cheaper to get on a plane and fly there. I mean, it's literally a fortune to run. The diesel is expensive, and it's like, wow, reality. The reality, I tell you guys, I know you'd say, well, I'd like to know the reality, but I'm telling you, they say, and you know, Jim Carrey and all of them, you know, be careful for what you wish for. You know, you want to be famous, be careful. It's not what you think. Or I want this really expensive thing. Be careful, because when you get it, it's not what you think. So, you know, the reality is that the dream is far more important and powerful than the reality of what you get. You know, it's such a beautiful feeling to wish for something, or to dream for something. Keep that dream alive. When you stop dreaming, you've got no more dreams left. That's not healthy. That's not healthy. You know, do you dream about coming to Bali? I've been to Bali like 10 times, 15 times. I've done retreats here. I know what Bali's like. I know it inside and out. Doesn't make you happy, guys. Oh, well, it does because you're there. Don't say that. No, I've been here depressed. I've been here depressed. And what's even more depressing is the fact that I've been here and I'm still depressed. I'm not depressed now, but there's been times that I've been here, and, like, you know, when I split up from my second wife, I was like, I was in it, like, I knew it was all as it should be, but, you know, you're getting through this, okay, well, 20 years, and now you're a single man, and what are you going to do with yourself, and those, you know, them silly thoughts. And I was here, like, you know, and I didn't want to, it wasn't that I wanted to be with anybody. I just, the change sometimes is a little bit frightening, a little bit scary, a little bit, you know, fearful. And I'm in Bali, I should be happy. No, it doesn't matter where you are. Wherever you are, you are. The place doesn't make the difference. You are the difference. Wherever you are, you can't hide from yourself. You can't hide from the negativity that's there that you need to work on. So a dream is a beautiful thing. Dream big. Dream many dreams, and enjoy those dreams. Enjoy those moments of, because when there are no more dreams, then you are living in a hell. You're living in a dystopian nightmare. Have dreams. Dream about beautiful things. Now, when I say things, I don't mean cars, or just dream about beautiful things. Just have nice dreams. I think that's a really nice thing, you know. You want to go beyond that. Then you don't need any dream. You are just in your dream. You are just in the perfect moment every second. It's another level of understanding. But we go through them levels to get there. Once you get to the level that, like, I have no attachment to anything. Somebody said to me, what if one of your big jars of oils just break and everything? I'll just say, it's okay, we create a new one. What if somebody does that? What if somebody touches it? Like, I don't have that greed or that need or that fear anymore. I don't have that with attachment. I have a beautiful home that I'm only borrowing it for the time I'm here. I don't have any attachment to it. It's lovely, but I don't have any attachment to it. I've lost that low level need for attachment. You know, I need a partner. I that need to hold them like, no, I don't have that attachment. It's all gone. I just live a life, and I'm thankful and grateful for everything, but I don't have attachment. And when you've got no attachment to things, you have no fear. You have no fear, none at all. There is no jealousy, there is no anger, sadness, bitterness, none. And that's another level, and that's what you work towards ultimately. Oh, but you can only say that if you've got it. I don't know, maybe not. I don't know. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying you shouldn't. But all I can tell you is that what I've shared with you today, you won't hear that in business conversations. You won't hear that in marketing talks or YouTube telling you how to run a successful business. You won't hear any of those things, because what I share with you is a natural, organic flow of being successful. And most people don't want to hear that. Most people want to hear how I can get rich quick in 3 clicks. That ain't my world. And that kind of rich doesn't last too long. And every time somebody tells me that, get rich quick schemes, I tell them, whatever it is in your hand just turns to sand. Because there is no energy attached to it. There is no pure energy attached to it. There's no love, no daily work, no strength, no nothing added into it. It's just quick. And that's just like a thief stealing something. Let him steal it, because it'll just turn to sand and it'll disappear in a second. I'm wishing you a lovely day, guys, from the bottom of my heart. Thanks for the chats here in Bali. Hope you appreciate them. If I've upset you, I'm sorry. I never mean to upset you. If I've rattled your cage, if I've burst your bubble, I never ever mean to upset you. I am not saying I am right about anything. You can completely disagree with me and say whatever you feel you want to say underneath, no problem. I'm here and I'm willing to learn as well and grow. So share your truth, share your experience. We're all here to listen and learn and grow from one another. Okay, have a lovely day. Bye for now, guys. Take care. Till later on, maybe. See if I can get this eye sorted out. It might just be a scratch. So when I open my eye like that, it doesn't hurt at all. When I close my eye like that, it feels like something's scratching. So maybe there's something in my eyelid. I can't remember this ever happening in my life, so it's weird. All right, I'm going to go. Bye.